Hey, Tom Fazzard from Wisconsin. Spending a couple days at our cabin here in southwestern Wisconsin. It is a rainy, cool October Sunday. Anyway, taking a little breather from ham radio activity just to talk to you a little bit about amateur radio. You know, most people think of the hobby, they picture some guy, usually an older guy, squirreled away in a room somewhere, maybe in the basement or in the attic, gibbering away on this equipment with all these blinking lights and who knows what else is going on. It is true, we have our personal side. We love communicating with each other around the country and in fact around the world. But there's a public service aspect to amateur radio as well. You see, we're involved in a lot of activities around the country and indeed around the world all the time. Here in America, you have the emergency issues, the larger needs around the country. Floods, fires, tornadoes, just about any significant natural disaster involves amateur radio operators. And sadly, even on the civil side, terrorist attacks like 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombing incident. What do? Well, we bring our gear and expertise to the help and aid of the typically what I call the second tier responders. Amateur radio service is very closely aligned with the Red Cross. We partner with those folks as they go out in the field. They need equipment, I should say communication equipment, in their vehicles, at their way stations, wherever it is that they're employed out there in the field. They partner with a ham radio operator who stays in touch with our base station near the emergency center set up by the county government or emergency services. So we partner out in the field by providing additional equipment and, of course, frequencies to help in the entire recovery operation. On the non-emergency side, we're also heavily involved in charity walks and rides. I'm sure you have some in your community every summer. Those walks for cancer, Alzheimer's, AIDS, any particular program. If it's a larger one, we're probably involved. And again, we partner with the organizers and their volunteers. We're in their relief vehicles, at their rest stops, beginning and end avenues, wherever they might need it. See, we bring the communications gear that the event organizer would otherwise have to supply and buy. So we do help out our fellow man. But you know, we do enjoy this kind of thing too. And I encourage you to look into it. If you're at all curious about amateur radio, maybe you want to get involved in yourself. I have a couple blog posts about it. You're welcome to check out my blog at tomfazzard.com. That's my name, tomfazzard.com. Look along the right side of the page, scroll down a little bit, you'll see a list of categories of topics. Amateur radio is right there. Click on that. I have a couple columns there, one of which has a link to our education association, the Amateur Radio Relay League, or ARRL, our main education association. You can find out more about amateur radio, including where some clubs might be in your area. Feel free to look into that. Give those folks a call. Pop in on a meeting some night. They'd love to see you stop by. Because it's a lot of fun. Feel free to look into it. Again, this is Tom Fazzard from Wisconsin saying perhaps I'll see you on the air someday.